Namaste, I am Alekha Sachidanand. Welcome you all to another class of communication. Today our topic is television and radio news. This lesson explains how to write news report for television and radio. Along with 5W1H, it includes the 3C of scripting. So after end of this lecture, what we're going to know about? It helps us to develop understanding of writing reports for television and radio. To develop an understanding for 5W and 1H and 3CH. To develop understanding of structure of news story. Television or radio news production is one of the primary work in broadcast journalism, where news is reported and presented to the public electronically on television or by radio signal in radio. Media broadcast journalism include television, radio, and even the internet also. The process of television news production involves identifying relevant story idea, collecting related information, visuals, researching and checking of facts. Then based on the collected information, a good script is prepared. Then as per the script, the final audio-visual output is produced. Before producing the report, a journalist has to gather all the ingredients they need for the story. Visual, right for the ear and the eye. Because television is an audio-visual medium, so we must have to keep eye over these two factors while writing any script. You need to write script which might include audio and video clips. Always read your script loudly in a conversational tone so that you will able to judge whether your audience is able to understand it or not. Unlike a newspaper story, your broadcast audience gets only one chance to understand what you want to convey in your story. Also be aware of some of the words that sound alike but mean different things. For instance, word like CITE might be confused with SITE or SIGST. So it's better to avoid this type of word. You may have noticed when listening to a newscast how short sentences are easier to digest than long-winded sentences. Just be sure to make your sentence sound lively and interesting as opposed to flat and monotonous. Now let's discuss different part of story. Where to start writing in a television script. Before you start writing anything, ask yourself, what is the main point of the story? If you are not sure, imagine you are going to tell the story to your friend. And now, what's the first thing you say to your friend? And this will become the lead of your story. And this will become beginning of your report. The first line informs the audience about the main point of the story. You may have heard about inverted pyramid style of writing. In the inverted pyramid style, one should put the most important information first when writing any news script. This style is called inverted pyramid simply because it is an upside down pyramid with the most important information at the top. This style of writing or news story writing has many benefits. Let's discuss some of them. The audience can quickly access the story. The viewer can stop watching at any point and still they know the main point of your story. After a lead, then provide one line or two background information that are the context of your first line. Dedicated some lines on the important visuals which have been broadcast. Next, explain the scene by adding supporting information. The middle of your report contains best of your interview. While you go for reporting, definitely you have to collect informations from different sources and you must have to take some interview. Sometimes we call it sound bite. We have to collect it and we have to decide which is most important for our story that should be included in our report. It's a big question which part of the interview should be included in the story. Include the informations or interview which could give you best answer. You should ask yourself which is the most interesting opinion what you have collected during reporting. Which quotations would balance the story? In a story, you may have different angle, but you have to balance it by adding each and every aspect of the story. Finally, we need to plan how to end our report. Consolidated the story with concrete informations. Think what final thought you want to leave your audience with. While reporting any story, must remember 5W and 1H. Your story should be able to answer the following questions. What are they? What is happening? Who is involved with your story? Who is the persons, the individuals engaged with the report which you are going to report? What is the happening, when it is happened, why it is happened, how it is happened? Your story must give answer to all these questions. Along with 5W of news gathering, there are also 3 C's for the which is important for news writing. They are clear, concise, and concrete. It means your report must be clear, concise, and correct. So, first of all, let's discuss what is clear. To enhance clarity, use simple language. Write as if you are telling a story to one person. And never use long words where short one will work for your report. Then concise. Your report must be concise, which means short. Give short sentence. Try to write in short sentence if possible. No need to write in long sentence which will be complicated to give voiceover and also it will be difficult for your audience. If you make your story too long, your audience will switch off the televisions and they will go to another channel. Therefore, stick to the key fact rather than overloading the story with informations. So key information is important, not necessarily elaborate the story or informations. If it is relevance to your story, we can do that. Then correct. You may have a good report, you may have a remarkable information you may have, but the information if it is not correct, your story not going to be appreciated by your audience. Be sure get your fact right and get your grammar, punctuations right. It also about truthfulness. Your story must be based upon the fact, based on the true informations. You can't just copy the words of a persons who give interview to you. You have to be honest. You must be honest to your audience. Check the information from where it is come from. Truth and accuracy are the two important news value. So I hope you enjoy the lesson, and in the upcoming classes we are going to discuss more about television and radio production. So stay with us.